Welcome to Guppy Gaff, Fish Keeping Explained Properly. In this episode, we're going to talk about how often to feed guppies, and why what matters most usually isn't sticking to a feeding schedule. This is one of the most common questions in fish keeping, and you'll hear a lot of different answers. That's because feeding isn't really about the clock, it's about what the system can handle. If you ask 10 experienced fish keepers how often they feed, you'll probably get 10 different answers, and many of them can still be right. Feeding depends on tank size, stocking, filtration, temperature, and food type, so there isn't one number that fits every setup. One thing that's often overlooked is just how small a guppy's stomach actually is. It's tiny, roughly around the size of its eye, which means they're built to eat very small amounts at a time rather than large meals. In the wild, they don't rely on big feeds, they spend most of their time grazing. Even in a healthy aquarium, guppies don't only eat when you feed them. They constantly nibble on biofilm, microorganisms, and fine background algae growing on plants, decor, and glass. So feeding is a supplement, not their only food source. Because of this, feeding frequency usually matters far less than portion size and observation. If food disappears quickly and the fish remain active and alert, you're generally in a good place. If food lingers, breaks down, or settles on the substrate, the system is being pushed harder than it needs to be. For many guppy tanks, this naturally ends up looking like once or twice a day. But the exact number isn't the important part. What matters is how your tank responds over time. It's also worth saying that in a healthy, established tank, it's completely safe to skip feeding for a day or even two. This is often far safer than feeding extra before going away. Extra food doesn't get stored for later, it breaks down, and that can quickly spoil water quality. Fish are far more tolerant of short periods without food than they are of unstable water conditions. So when in doubt, feeding a little less is almost always the safer option. If you've found a feeding approach that works well in your own tanks, you're welcome to share it in the comments. And if there's a topic you'd like me to explain in a future video, feel free to mention it. In the next episode, we'll look at another common question. Can guppies live in salt water? And where that idea actually comes from. Observe first, intervene last. That's Guppy Gaff.